I'm gonna go ahead and record. So hey y'all, I know some of you couldn't make it and you reached out to me and asked me to record. So I'm recording just for our region. And just so y'all know, like Rhonda, Kathy, so Andrea is above me. She is an executive regional vice president and I am direct to her, but we are both regional vice presidents, which means that we both have a region and you guys are in my region. And sometimes, and we do so much together, but sometimes there's things that I personally want to do from my region. So that's why I said, hey y'all, like that's why we have our text. So there's a couple of things. I have a little list and I want y'all's feedback on these things and whatever, anything else, but there's a couple of things I just have out of the gate. And then I want this call to be about y'all. Like if there's something that, an idea that you have for us that would help all of us collectively. And if you guys, if somebody is watching this video and you have an idea, send it to me. This will be a work in progress, but I really have a vision for our region. I really, our nation, I'm going to say. And that is because I called my nation, everybody has a name and I named mine Inspiration Nation for when we get to nation. And I really, the reason I picked that is not just because it sounds good, but also because I want us to inspire so many people. So, you know, just stories like yours, Kathy, you know, just all of us have a story. That said, I think as a region and a future nation that we have, I know that we don't seem super large. There's a lot more of us, don't worry. But, you know, the people that are really doing the do and on here, I think we have so much. Y'all are so valuable. You have so much to give. And I just want to, I want to find out from y'all, like, what do you feel like would be helpful for all of us to kind of be on a mission together, if you will? Like, that's kind of how I see us as a nation that, you know, says, hey, like, you'll hear some nations talk about changing lives. They don't talk about how many people they sponsor. They talk about how many lives changed. And I love that. Like, how many lives can we change? There are a couple of other things that I have as far as, you know, talking about a focus, and I've got something new for us on boards and whatever, but just let's start with that. Like, what is y'all's feeling around that, around like as a nation or as a future nation, and y'all too, like not just me, you know, all of us are going to rise up. What do you feel like? And I don't know if this is even making sense. Am I making sense? That's the first question.
Well, I guess first of all, like, because there are so many different directions this can go. So you're trying to figure out like how we can be inspired to inspire others? Is that what you're asking?
Like, you know, it's
Okay.
almost like a try, you know, so I'll give you an analogy because I love analogies. So I taught Les Mills classes for almost 20 years of the 40 years I taught. And Les Mills is a company out of New Zealand. They're worldwide. And so Body Pump, Body Step, Body Jam, Body Combat. So I taught all these classes and you get these pre-choreographed workouts, you know, so every 3 months we'd get them, we would learn the music and choreography and go teach it to our class. And Les Mills has created this feeling of being a part of the tribe. And we talk about that. We talk about being a part of the tribe with Les Mills. And so I think, you know, first off, people, you know, I was listening to something today about this, that people want to feel loved and they want to feel a part of, you know, and like they say, everybody's walking around with a sign on their head that says, make me feel special. So I guess I have this, I'm a little conflicted inside about this, but I have this like thing bubbling up in me and I'm asking for help. How can we go out? Yes, Christiana, how can we inspire ourselves and each other and then like expand that, make it like giant, like we're like global, right? Because we're global. Like Rhonda always says, we're global, we're mobile, we're, you know, she's got her iStory and that's in there and it's true. So does that make sense? Maybe it's just I need to talk it out and you guys, I just need your help. What can we do? What are some things y'all can think of?
So are you looking for an overall vision or are you wanting a particular focus, like you said, with your with the meals class. You said it's meals or miles?
Les Mills.
Meals, yes. Like every 3 months they did something different.
So with Les Mills, I think it was, it was such a special kind of vibe that they had created. To be a part of Les Mills was like, to be a Les Mills instructor, to be a part of that. I mean, I paid them every 3 months for music and choreography, for the play. I paid for training. I paid for the pleasure of teaching Les Mills, right? But I loved it. I loved being a Les Mills instructor because they had found the way to create this really fun vibe. One thing that I think, and I don't know if this will be helpful, but like I was just thinking in terms of like Green Glow Gut Shot, that we all, and I know we've done this before a little bit, but I see teams like when we do this guts and butts thing coming up, I see teams that do that and they tag each other, each one is like, doing some kind of post, whether it's with their Green Glow Gut Shot or you don't have to post yourself, but something, and tagging. And so everybody's doing that and sharing that, and that kind of can create some energy. But I guess my question is, what inspires y'all? Like, what is inspirational to you? What would light you up every day to be like, yeah, I'm a part of this? There it is. That's my question.
So just ideas here. So I think that definitely, because I don't know if we want to think about this in terms of like QV and our own personal goals and things like that. But I do think, it would be productive for that to be part of it. So I mean, I think that definitely just creating more of a we have a community, but like a community in the sense where like we are very aware of what each other's goals are. And, when we're putting in an order that day, like maybe we stick it in the chat about like, derm results set going in, or, things like that, where we're kind of cheering each other on more. Cause I know we already are cheering each other on, but like personally, I feel like a year ago, or as I've been growing, there have been moments where I'm like, I don't want to share the bad because I don't want like to discourage other people. But then there are other times where I'm like, do I keep sharing all this good? Because I don't want it to come across like I'm gloating, So I think just if we were all, sorry, my dogs are kind of, hey, knock it off. I think that if we were all kind of on the same page as far as like, I at least want that community where, if I'm getting tons of texts from you guys each day because you're in tons of activity, like that's great. I would love to cheer you guys on there. And then too, like, what are you reading? What are you listening to? Like, I'd love to hear that from you guys too, and then share. So, things like that really, like, that's definitely very motivating to me, especially on the days, say it's a bad day. It's like, oh, okay, like that's awesome. They just, had a great call with someone on their chicken list, or, whatever it is. But that's very like business oriented. I don't know if you want it all to be like, but that's just a thought for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just listening, taking some notes. So like, yeah, I just want to listen. Like, Kathy, Rhonda, Allison, anybody have another kind of, I love that, by the way. So I'm making notes.
Well, yeah, I think I'll just piggyback off of what Christiana said, is in that like communication is, I guess, really helpful in building that community. So yes, my slight competitive edge would love to know like, oh, everyone else added an order today. Whoops, I'm not like, I want to join this party, and like that's so fun, good for all of them, and like let me get an order in too, or let me have the courage like Polly did today to call somebody on her chicken list. Like, okay, she can do it, I can do it. And she's still alive after she called someone on her chicken list. Like, that's good news. And so yeah, but I think even if we just have a solid chat that you can mute and unmute as your day allows, but just to build that just to build that community. I mean, I have a couple other groups and I'll flip over to them and it'll be like 65 texts. And I'm like, dang girls, y'all been talking all day long. I can't keep up with it, but I love
Right.
checking in. So yeah, starting with talking, I guess, is, and talking about everything. It's okay if, it's okay if it's a lot of good, because good for you. Like, and you know,
Yeah. And
that will
and
encourage the rest of us.
yeah, and I think it's okay too if you're, maybe you had a little bit of a discouraging day. I mean, I don't want us to all be to the point where we're like, oh, life sucks. And, I'm very much, I'll just be, transparent. So on our VP call the other day, not Jerry, but this other with a bunch of VPs, there were a couple of them that were like, times are hard and times are bad and whatever, and this has happened and that's happened. And I honestly didn't think that at all. I was thinking, like Christiana and I've talked about this, I was like, what are y'all talking about? It's great right now. So like, I do think we have to block out some of that negative stuff. But if you have a question or a hard something, I want you to feel like you can say that. And then whether it's activity related or QV related, yes, share. Like, my win for the day might be that I reached out to a chickenless person. Whereas, Christiana's win for the day might be she put an order in. Rhonda's win might be, hey, I did 5 reach outs. Hey, Kathy's win might be I booked a flight. Whatever your win is, it doesn't have to be the same as the other person's win, if that makes sense. So yes, and then also a question is, and I've tried different ways, so y'all have to tell me, like, do you like the text? I know we have a lot of GroupMe stuff, and so like we have like lots of GroupMe, and I don't want it to get too many things. So is text a problem? Or I don't want it to be like where people are just like, oh God, take me out of this.
Well, do
I
you think, I'm sorry,
go
go-
Go ahead,
you're good.
Rhonda.
do you think we need to establish a GroupMe group so that all the text or that just the chat is separate? See, I see GroupMe as a chat, is like a chat room. I see text as providing information about the business or whatever. So sometimes it just gets so many, you just can't, like she said, can't keep up with all of them when you're trying to do other work, other jobs and whatnot. So I don't know if it might be something we might want to consider to set up a Inspiration Nation GroupMe.
That's it. And I do know, Christiana, just FYI, because I know you and I are in all the GroupMes. Andrea and I had talked about just completely getting rid of everything except Success and Simplicity GroupMe. So that would only take that down to 1. And the only reason why I don't want to put this in everything is just because, there are a few things that, Andrea and I don't want to coach her team. I don't want to say something that then she would be like, well, wait, we're focused on such and such. And then I mess up, because I've confused somebody. I don't want to do that. So I do like the idea of having just, our region / nation, because it will be, because all of you guys are going to be promoting. So yeah, I mean, I'm up for GroupMe if that works better for everybody, so that it's not constantly dinging your phone. And y'all can think about this and text me and let me know, what do you think? And also, like, no answers have to be completely answered tonight. I just wanted dialogue because I think we're a team. I'm not the only leader here. Like, truly, if I'm not bringing up leaders and y'all aren't stepping into leadership, what's the point? I don't want to be the only, y'all are all leaders, period. So I want to know.
I think a GroupMe, and I think like enhanced communication. And I think that even that, as we grow our team, it's like, oh, we have this super fun group, like we Zoom once a week, but like we're always talking with each other. Like, let me add you to it. You can kind of start to get to know these people and sort of watch our team grow and watch our team's conversation and all of that kind of stuff. I think it would be really, really helpful to keep us connected without having to, Zoom or meet kind of more than once or twice a week.
That sounds great. Okay, Kathy, do you have anything? Oh, you're muted. There.
I'm still in the learning process and I've never used GroupMe. It's
Okay.
an, I assume it's an app.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's another app. I know, app upon app.
No, that's okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
just-
It's not hard. Look,
Yeah,
it's
super.
not hard. If I can do it, you can do it.
You're so cute.
Well, and I don't really, technology doesn't scare me at
Yeah,
all.
Kathy,
I
you're
don't
good
mind
with
using it,
technology.
but I just wasn't sure because I had never used GroupMe.
Yeah, yeah, just an app, just group me, and we can do that. And then I'll get with Andrew to make sure we narrow all the other ones. So it's just one, success and simplicity, and then it'll just be, so that way you're not, but I think it's like Allison, kind of like you said, like enhanced communication, like just so we build that community and that fun. I mean, and the inspiration and cheering each other on kind of thing. I have another couple of questions because I don't want to go too long, because I always like try to be good with y'all's time. And this is things you can be thinking about. Okay. So do y'all think it would be helpful? And this is something, again, in the future, we don't have to like jump on this now, but I have sort of this vision of, and do y'all think it would be helpful at all for all of us maybe to pick a month, maybe it's next month, whatever, where we all say, okay, we're going to do, an A to Z thing together. And this is our reach out, and we're all kind of doing the same thing. Or does that are y'all like, no, I got my thing. I've got my mojo. I know what I'm doing. And let's just keep it to the wins and the whatevers.
I mean, I'm open to that.
Y'all tell me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm-
I'm planning to do
hoping-
that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rhonda.
Christiana, what do you think?
Oh, so, well, I was going to say, I'm definitely very open to that. But I feel like I just kind of started, like, especially right now, where while there's the Ed Milet,
Mhm.
incentive, I'm very focused on the derm results. So, like, I mean, we're probably not going to start something like that this month, but in the future, I don't know. Like, if you guys were to say, like, we all are focus on Green Gut Glow or something this month, I would probably be like, I'm not going to join
Yeah.
you this month because I'm really focused on derm results. So
Yeah.
I guess it kind of depends, but I mean, but then I could also share with you guys what I'm doing for derm results if you guys wanted to, do that. But so that's because, yes, I do like that idea, because I think it also really helps to be like, oh, we're all going for the same goal. Well, in a sense, like we're all going for the same thing. Like, how are you doing with that? Like, that can definitely really help build momentum.
Yeah,
But
and maybe it's something where we can, like, I think, we don't want it to be, I think we can all keep honing our skills. So it might be like, it could almost be like, okay, so I want to just mention, y'all know Whitney Haynes. She's the girl that went, from 20,000 to 160 or whatever. And so she has her method, and it was A to Z with a 30-day, just reaching out and sharing about that. So I really do feel like we could all start together one month and say, okay, let's really focus and do this. But it also involves like posting and getting good at the way she was posting. So, but I feel like as long as we're all doing enough activity, it doesn't matter the kind of activity you're doing, but it might be fun to say, hey, yeah, let's hear what Christian is doing, and maybe we have that focus for a week. If nobody's like already like, I'm focused on one thing, and I don't want to get confusing. So I don't want y'all to feel confusing. But again, you could be going A to Z in your reach outs, and it doesn't mean that you can't reach out for the 30-day or reach out for the green glow or reach out for the dirt, as long as you're sticking to the A to Z. You just don't want to get it where it's too complicated, if that makes sense, where you're just like, I don't know what to do, because a confused mind says no. We all know that. So that was just a thought. Let's just kind of put that on the back burner, think about it. I know everybody's kind of at different places in their business as well, but think about it, and maybe we can have another call where it's like, okay, yeah, this would be great. I kind of just had a vision of like, what if we all said we are following what Whitney did to a T, and we are going to stick to it, and we are going to go for it, and we're going to see if it took her from 20,000 to 160, what would happen. And we all kind of kept each other on track with that. But that's just a thought. And I don't want to, everybody's an independent consultant here. So you can decide and say, that's not the way I want to do my business. Like, that's okay. That's okay. As long as you're getting in front of enough people, doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter. I will show y'all this real quick because I did make, hang on just a second. Can't minimize the Zoom when you're recording. I didn't know that. Oh, I can do that though. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay. So let's see, y'all. I'm trying to share the screen and show you. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, this is my boards. So I was just going to show y'all that I made an inspiration region / nation board, and this won't be complicated, just for things like my Zoom link and whoever's Zoom link or whatever. I did put the Whitney Haynes stuff on there, and then like maybe we start deciding we have focuses or something. And so I just made a little folder. I didn't do anything. This is it. That's all that's in there. It's 3 things right now. But it might be that in the future we want to do a book club together, or we want to all read the same book together in a month or whatever. So I did go ahead and make us a board, and I'll share that with all of you. Actually, you should have it if you have my boards, but that was it. I mean, I really just wanted to kind of throw some things out, and I love, so we'll switch to GroupMe. Is that, everybody's good with that? And yeah, okay. We'll switch to GroupMe. I'll make our GroupMe so that we can stop dinging everybody's phone. Yay. And just right for now, it sounds like the consensus is let's start sharing our wins and cheering each other on. Maybe in the GroupMe, y'all can, we can start like, hey, my goal is for the month, whether it's, I do like a solid goal of, hey, am I going for, halfway to district? Am I going for district? Am I going for whatever? But maybe your goal is to just, you can focus on activity. My goal is to book X amount of things this week, and that's okay too. But it helps us to all be like, hey, how are you doing on your goal or whatever. So that was it. That's really all I had. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there and see how can we really help each other and create more of a community. Because as we're adding people on, like somebody said, we'll be able to say, hey, we have this really fun, awesome community of people too. Oh, and then y'all, the reason why I shared the Voxer, and I know we've got our Saturday success calls. And again, if it's too much, don't worry about it. But on Tuesdays, my friend Bethany, and Christian, I know you listen in, but she always has a different speaker, and she just hops on anytime on a Tuesday, like I've spoken before on her thing, and she'll introduce them in the morning usually, and then they hop in anytime they can during the day, and they share their story. And it's really fun to hear people's story. Like, hey, how did they start? And, what obstacles, and they lost their region and they got it back or whatever, or they work 80 hours a week and they still made Arbonne work. Or so that's why I asked y'all about Voxer, because I love listening to, it's called To the Top Tuesday. And it's just a lot of different people in Arbonne, but every Tuesday there will be somebody, and you can listen to them all week. If you're brand new in there, you won't see the past stuff. So if you're brand new, and I've still got to add you, I can forward the Christina Weir call from this week. I don't know if this was helpful, y'all. You're quiet.
I'd love the Voxer call from this week. I don't know if I'm in the right group, but I am on Voxer. Okay. I think we're in a couple groups together, but I don't know if this is the right one.
Okay, I'll make sure. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. And then GroupMe, I'll set that up. It's a work in progress.
So we're going to use GroupMe for general chatting, but as far as specific instructions and things like that, like when I'm asking for guidance on, icebreakers with tough people,
That would be
I would
like
do that. I would do that in the text. I would
to
take
me
TD.
personally. You would
Yes.
text me personally. Yeah.
Yes.
Group me would just be for the group and then you would, yes, exactly. Yeah. Y'all have anything else that you're like, are you thoroughly confused? I think we'll figure it out. We're a bunch of smart women. Rhonda, feel better, girl.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad I have air conditioning now.
Oh my gosh, you didn't have air for 3 days, y'all. Well,
Well-
okay, so I know it's late. So everybody, I'll start the group me. We'll figure it out as we go. How about that? I'm all for that. And yeah, let's just create this big, giant, fun community of loving, kind people. That's who we are. Okay, so let's go get them. Let's bring some more in.
Perfect.
All
Thanks,
right.
Polly.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you for hopping on and just giving me your feedback.
Mhm.
Have a good night.
Night, y'all. Hey, Kathy,
Night.
I'll see you at 8:15.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.